आप्यायन्तु मामाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणम् अस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
May my limbs, speech, vital breath, eyes, ears, strength, and all the senses be fully developed. All that is revealed by the Upanishads is Brahman. May I never deny Brahman. May Brahman never disown me. May there be no faithlessness on my side. May all the dharmas extolled in the Upanishads shine in me, in my self-realization. May they shine in me. So this is a sincere, earnest wish for the individual. In the earlier Shanti mantras, it was more for the well-being of others, but we must also care for the well-being of ourselves. And it's actually pointing to Shraddha. The word Shraddha in Sanskrit has two parts, Shrad and Dha. Dha, what does Dha mean? Dha. It means to hold. We are always holding something or the other. Now we have three kinds of Shraddha also, Tamasic, Rajasic and Sattvic. Shrad is actually an intention, an aspiration. So it's a very noble, strong aspiration. It's human resource development. To hold that aspiration and hold it all the time is what we want from a sadhak. Okay, so we are midway into the Gunas. Today we will complete Gunas in Yagna, Daana, Tapas, and we'll hopefully reach somewhere here, Gnana, Karma and Karta. So we've looked at Tyaga, we are now going to look at Yagna, Daana, Tapas. The Gita, the last verse, if you recall, said that these are very important, and so important that this alone can change your life. And this will, what we need is purification. The gunas need purification. And it's not easy to purify tamas, rajas and make it sattvic, but at least we should know what is what. So, tell me, for example, why is tapas so important? Give me an example of tapas. Getting up at 5 o'clock is a kind of tapas. Coming to time in class, is it a kind of tapas? Control of your speech, is it a kind of tapas? So we are really talking of very practical things. Don't think tapas is something only all sages do. No, it's like really controlling the Agni in you. So we'll see that these are very beautiful, important, profound concepts. Yajna, Dana, Tapas, all put together meaning and offering. Okay, so we will start with Yajna. Listen to the verse.
Aphalakankshibhiryagno vidhidrishto yajyate yashtavyameveti manaha samadhaya sasatvikaha.
The sacrifice done without craving for fruit. Afala akangshibihi yatnyaha, and in accordance with prescribed norms, vidhi drishtaha yaha ijyate, with wholehearted attention and care, Eva iti manah samadhaya to the offering is a yajna that is sattvic. Yashtavyam saha sattvikaha. But the key is without craving for fruit. That's the key sign of sattva guna. Afala akangshibihi yajna. But this is also equally important, manah samadhaya, which means wholehearted attention and care. So even if you're sitting in the last row, if you can bring in wholehearted attention and care, then you've brought in your disha is sattvic, and that's important. You're pointing in that direction. Okay. The sattvic sacrifice is one that is done mindfully and wholeheartedly without craving for the fruit. This must be with attention and care, not negligently or half-heartedly, but with an attitude of consecration. Why is consecration a key element? And what all belongs to the realm of yajna, according to the Gita? What all belongs to the realm of yajna? What all can you offer? Well, it's such a broad scope, it actually includes everything. Every thought, every word, every deed, when it is given as an offering, it gets sanctified. Okay, so just the thought of consecrating what you do. See, if you consecrate something to the divine, it has to be the best. You can't do something third rate. Even in the old ritualistic form of worship, if you're offering flowers, it has to be the best flowers. It's not some faded flowers or second-hand stuff. In fact, if you go to Kathopanishad, there's an interesting story of father and son. You know the story? Nachiketas. His father was actually giving a lot of cattle. That was the way of giving in those days. But the son was very young and very observant. He was noticing that the father was keeping all the good stuff back in the yard and handing over the cattle which was not good, not weak, not strong, not healthy. He noticed everything. So he asked, it's his father and he's a young boy and he wants to do the right thing. So what are you doing? What are you offering? The old man knows he's not doing right, but you can't take it when a young guy, even if it's your own son, who's pointing it out. A student points out a mistake the teacher is making. So he ignores it, but when it extends to almost everything he's giving, and he's being repeatedly pointed out by the son. So what the hell are you doing? Then the son asks him a difficult question. He says, what about me? Are you going to give me also? And to whom? So in the heat of the moment, he says, I give you to Yama, the god of death. Very interesting. And the son actually voluntarily seeks to visit Yama. And it's a very interesting conversation he has with Yama. First of all, he doesn't meet Yama, and not everybody can meet Yama. And he waits for 3 days. So Yamadeva is gracious enough. First of all, he can recognize that this is not an ordinary individual. He says, I'll give you 3 boons. What do you think is the first boon the boy asks for? Yeah, he says, look, my father is angry with me, but I know my father is possessed by Rajoguna. It's, he basically a good guy. Just like you guys also sitting in the last row are good guys, but you're possessed by some guna that you know very well. He says, forgive him and let him not be angry with me. So his first good wishes are for, and what do you think he asked for himself? What did he want? He wanted knowledge. It's from the right source. How many of us want that? And Yama tries his best to offer him other things which we would jump at. And he steadfastly says no to all that. It's very interesting. Please read it. Kathopanishad. That's where we found the reference to Shreyas in prayers. There's another story like this. The Upanishads have beautiful stories. We looked at Janaka. Janaka's guru, you know his name? Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra's story is also very interesting. Ashtavakra, in the womb of his mother, overheard his father reciting some mantras, but incorrectly. So he kind of groaned from within the womb and said, "Wrong!" Father was very annoyed. That shows, even fathers can be very, very vulnerable. And he curses him, curses the poor innocent boy, curses him in such a manner that when that boy is to take birth, he is deformed in 8 ways, twisted. That's why Ashtavakra. And in the court of Janak, it's a famous story. Janak holds a gathering of all the Brahmajnanis when he was very young. And there's all gathering of IITians, like, top IITians. You're all Brahmajnanis. I don't know what Brahma, but still some Jnanis you are. And when Ashtavakra comes in, they look at him, they all start laughing. Everybody is laughing, so even Janaka, the wise king, he also can't help, he is also laughing. But to top it all, one more person is laughing very loudly. Who is that? Ashtavakra himself is laughing. Then they all got little confused. Why is this guy laughing? And basically Janaka was very wise. He realized that immediately that there was something wrong with him for having laughed. So he prostrates in front of Ashtavakra and he says, "Forgive me if I've done something wrong, but I have a doubt." See, everywhere the search for knowledge is supreme. I have a doubt. I can understand why everybody is laughing, looking at you, but I don't understand why you are laughing. What do you think his answer was? He gave a fantastic answer. He says, "I was misinformed. I was told that this is a conference of Brahmajnanis. But this seems to be a conference of people who look at the outer appearance, the skin, who don't know truth, the essence of truth." That's why I laughed. If these guys, if these IITians think they are Brahmajnanis, God bless the world. They have no clue. And then the whole audience was silent. Then this man proceeds and says, "You're right, we don't know. I'll do anything if you can give me that knowledge." Same question Nachiketa asked. He says, "You won't be able to do it." "No, I'll give everything." It says, "Can you give me your mind? Can you give me your mind?" Without hesitation, he takes his crown and puts it in front of him, says, "I give you." He says, "Do you know what you're giving me? From this moment onwards, you have no right to think." In the Gita also there's a line which comes beautifully. We'll come to the last chapter. It says, "Manmana bhava madbhaktaha." You can only think what I want you to think, what I think. You have to be so yoked to me, nitya yukta, that only my thoughts will enter your mind. You have no independent egoic, you have no right to think. Man mana bhava madbhakta. It's a synthesis of Gnana, Bhakti. Then the next two lines are, next quartet is Mayyaji, same yatna is coming. You have to offer everything you do to me, to Purushottama. Mayyaji, Mam Namaskuru. Namaskuru here means not prostrate, not bend, not physically, but make yourself pliable so that you can be molded in the best way possible. And don't worry, I'll do everything for you. But then you have to surrender fully to me. That is the lineage, that is the wisdom, that is the Gita we are talking about. So it's not like, there's not a, see, the Gurukula was also like that. That's how you receive knowledge. It's also yatna. It's not that you come casually in the last row and you munch something. And no. Actually, you can't enter the Gurukulam with that attitude. You will be thrown out. Won't be allowed. It's like that movie, 36 Chamber of Shaolin. Have you seen that? The guy by mistake, he wants to learn Kung Fu, but he lands up in the 36th chamber. He's not even fit to enter the first chamber. So the Guru just does that and the guy flies off. It's like that. So it's a period of training, but it all begins with Shraddha. But yatna, the ability to hold something supreme and say, I'm willing to give up everything for that, very few people have that. If you have that and you have it strongly in you, what can prevent you from getting it? That's a secret. So yatna is very important. That's consecration. In Sri Aurobindo's words, it is executed with a mind concentrated and fixed on the idea of the thing to be done as a true sacrifice imposed on us by the divine law that governs our life. The norms, the vidhi, in the Vedic tradition involve certain rites, including invocations in the form of mantras, an appropriate giving of food offerings to all, as well as fees, dakshina, to those performing the sacrifice. What do you think is, we've heard this term Guru Dakshina. An authentic Guru, what's the Dakshina that he really wants? Does he want money? Is there anything you can give him that he doesn't already have? What does he want? What does the authentic Guru want? No, he doesn't even want that. He wants you to become what you are meant to become fully, that's all. He wants you to be self-realized, self-actualized, self-realized, that's all. Nothing more. The Guru doesn't need anything from you. There's nothing you can give the true Guru. So that's the Dakshina. But in this limited context, it means, what is rightfully expected. In the wider context of yatna, applicable to any work, and in a modern context, this injunction may simply be interpreted as following the recommended specifications for the work and conforming to good practice. Very important to note, especially in India, where we have this popular chalta hai attitude. That is not vidhi purvam. You do any work. Let's say you build a building. How many of you are civil engineers here? You tell me, how many strictly follow specifications? Huh? Okay. Do IIT students follow specifications when they answer assignments? They all violate us. So when you are doing a self-assessment, you just look at the tasks that you are expected to do. Vidhi purvam, right? We don't do vidhi purvam. We cheat. Oh, tell me, why do we cheat? No. No, you're right. We think nobody is seeing us. But what are the options to not cheating? Let's say assignment. Yeah, let's say assignment. You know it. I know from last semester you didn't cheat. What did you do? You didn't submit the assignment. That is superior. That is superior to cheating. That is superior. I'd rather not submit the assignment than cheat and submit the assignment. I'll rate this as superior. You're surprised, huh? It is superior. You're not compromising. You're not doing a wrong offering. Rather, you're not giving any offering, but whatever offering you give is with kindness, with wholeheartedness, with care, vidhi purvam. You don't do things wrong. I think that's... So, actually you'll find the Sthita Pratnya doesn't do too much of work. He doesn't submit assignments to everybody, no. He chooses, life is a game. I'd rather choose the game I will play, but I'll play to the highest standards. I don't play everybody else's game. Just because everybody is, salivating and wanting a grade, we do it all mindlessly, yaar. What are those big grades going to give you? 1 grade higher by cheating. What will it give you? It won't give you anything. You think it's going to give you heavy things. All these students who come crying, it's almost like these beggars in the road coming. Sir, half mark. Amma tai, half mark. Then the teacher says, okay, half mark, you drop in a coin. Hey, what the hell are you guys doing? What do you want? But look at this. Never do that. In fact, some of us think that is yajna, begging. No way. No self-respecting person will do that. Don't need to. You don't need to beg. In fact, half the problem in corruption is there are guys who are bribing. Supposing you are unbribable, you can't, it won't work. The technique won't work. So we are vulnerable in every way. So if you want to clean up the country, if you want to clean up society, if you want to clean, you must begin with yourself. Neither a lender nor a borrower be. From which book? Jesus Christ. Is it? I don't know. I thought Oliver Goldsmith, what was that? I forget. One of his old novels.
Abhisandhaya tu phalam dambharthamapi chaiva yat ijjate bharata shreshtha tam yagnam vidhi rajasam.
But if one hankers for the fruit of action, abhisandhaya tu phalam, and if simply for the sake of showing off, damba artham api cha eva yat, the act is performed outwardly, Arjuna, ijyate bharata shreshtaha, no such yajna to be rajasic in nature. Tam yajnam vidhi rajasam. So this hankering for the fruit of action is the cause for cheating. If you did not hanker for the fruit, you would not be tempted to cheat. And that which you are hankering for the wrong reasons. What are the wrong reasons? Don't look at that. You think it's going to add value to your life. It's not going to add value to your life. You're mindlessly hankering. You're not even choosy about what you're hankering. Everybody is running in one direction. In the rat race, you are also running another rat in the race, not knowing where everybody is running, whither, wherefore. And that's so the root cause is Rajogunam. We are cheating ourselves. And we think nobody is looking. That's another dumb thing. Nothing is secret. Nothing is private. Who's looking all the time? Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddeshe Arjuna tishtati. You are always being watched. How painful it is for the Antaryami inside us to see all this happening in absolute nakedness, and the idiot doesn't know he is being seen. You think nobody is seeing, so I can copy. How painful it is. You understand? How shameless it is. The cover of darkness you think you can copy. You should see what's happening in other parts of other states, People are, I don't want to mention the states, climbing walls precariously to reach out and give an answer script. Everybody is in it, top to bottom. Yes or no? Okay. The primary feature of any Rajasic activity is that it is based on a strong craving for the fruit of action and an insistent demand for reward. The key word is insistent. There's some compulsion, desperately seeking. And this is the nature of personal gain. Sacrifice is no exception to this norm. In this case, there is the additional motive of ostentation, showing off before others, and wanting to be known for one's magnanimity, dambhartham. Even if you are offering, you make sure, especially the big offering, donation, flood relief. If you quietly give the check, you gone, everything waste. So you'll have the media coming there, and or you'll have your name on the temple wall written, this guy donated one tube light, or whatever, depending on the size.
That will act as a motivation for others. If I show that I am giving, you also please do good things like
See,
doing.
you have such splendid justifications coming.
I asked this in my office, and this is the justification I got.
Of course, yes. The Hindu also says, if you offer to flood relief, provided it crosses minimum 10,000, we'll put your name in the list. So it's an incentive. You want your name to be there, so you offer. Now we are saying, the Gita is also very clear, it's better than not offering. So if it's an incentive, take it. Better than not offering. Anyway, you're offering something that actually doesn't belong to you in any case. So you're right. So you can argue at different levels. But which level do you want us to discuss? Let's take another issue which is currently live, Let's say I'm a music composer. I became popular because you sang my songs. Well, nobody would have heard of me. But you are making money, boss, and I want a share of it. Even though you're my good friend. Actually, I should call you and tell you, yeah, drop a few coins in my patram also. But that I want to do it in style. So I'll send you a legal notice. Now, you can argue it at any level. At the lowest level, there's nothing wrong in it. There's nothing wrong in it. Yes or no? It's a law. It's a different matter. I myself copied from other sources and I didn't acknowledge them. That's a different matter. It's another different matter that actually a song is not just the composer's song. The lyrics are important. The singer is important. It's a different matter that I should realize everything is a yajna to the one being. And nothing belongs to me. It's not my song. It's a foolish notion of ahankara which is claiming that. It's another matter that I am kind of poverty consciousness, not having a sense of abundance, wishing everybody to bask in the glory. It's another matter that I don't realize that I became famous only because you sang my song. And so many unknown singers are singing. But that needs a large heart. That needs a true understanding of the teachings of the Gita. That needs graciousness. That needs an offering. That needs a sense of joy when somebody is singing song, whether it's your song or somebody's. So you can argue at any level, and at every level the argument is correct. But it's a standard you're fixing. Take Swami Haridas's standard. Haridas was the guru of Tansen. Compared to his standard, your standard pales to insignificance. Do you understand? So now you realize that everything is based on standards. The law is actually at a pretty low level of standard. The whole copyright law. Here I've written a few books, I think 6 or 7. PDFs of all these books are circulating left, right and center. Good. I mean, that's fine. At least people are reading. In any case, there is no originality in what was written. In any case, the royalty that's coming from the books is being given to some source. Here, humanity is sharing the resources. Fine. Personally, I don't have any issues. You understand what I'm saying? Because anyway, the knowledge was mine, not mine. The book is not mine. The money is also not mine. And I'm more than happy with what I've got. And after all, knowledge sharing is what we are supposed to do.
What if someone else in place of you does not want to share this book, but as students I am sharing this book or I am copying it, am I wrong?
No, see, the right and wrong are dangerous words to use. We don't use them. Like she said, isn't it right? I don't bring in right and wrong here. I'm asking you standards. Have you done any high jump? You've done high jump. So you place the bar there. If you don't jump across, is it right or wrong? It's not fine. It's like you didn't make it. So for that standard, it's right to jump above and it's wrong to jump below. Now you've set yourself that standard. Others have set this standard. ठीक है भाई. I have no quarrels with those who set those standards. But you'll find the Gita says these standards are also linked to your level of consciousness. It's linked to how tamasic, rajasic, sattvic or beyond you are, how liberated you are. So, if I am a judge, I cannot put Haridas's standards and judge people. I'll go by the constitution. So I have to protect copyright, though I personally believe that there's no right or left in this. You understand? I have to hold people accountable. But at the same time, let's say if a judge were to penalize that person, he would not be comfortable passing a judgment like that. No, when Gandhiji was being judged, he had violated the British law. But if you watch the movie Gandhi, you'll find the judge didn't have the heart to write a sentence. So finally, even judges go by what's called the hunch of the bench. The hunch doesn't look too much at the evidence. The left brain only looks at the evidence. It's all analytical. It says clause 32.5, it says this, my lord. Lord is only looking at a higher lord and say, what's the right thing to do? So he's looking more for the big picture. There's a difference between attention and awareness. Awareness is a context, a bigger picture. So you need both. You need the context. You need, and so both Gandhi and Aurobindo were left off because a higher conscience dominated and says it's not right. Even though the letter of, so there's something called the letter of the law, there's something called the spirit of the law. So you can argue, try to argue, there is validity in your defense. But which law? You're talking about this law or that law? Which dharma? Are you talking about the highest dharma? Then that your Antaratman will tell you what is right and wrong. Yes or no? You guys understand? And that's it. Another incident which came up recently was someone booked a ticket business class. Now it's right, the airline had no business to give him a business class ticket on a flight which had only economy. So the airline goofed up or not?
No, they ran out of those boarding passes, I believe.
Okay, maybe. See, another justification. We don't know. So he wanted to, we don't know what he wanted, but let's be very generous to him. He said he wanted to fix the airline. How dare you give that? I mean, that's the most generous motive you can give. Then he is some Neta, MP. He said, get the CMD to meet me. Now the flight has to take off. It has to go to another, and there are people waiting in the arrival lounge. He doesn't give a damn because he wants to teach the airline a lesson. So there's a justification there, yes or no? But then the whole Gita verse played out there. There was a desire, dhyato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kama krodho vijayate. Kama, the desire turned into krodha, anger. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Then he got bewildered. Pavam, bewilderment got into him. Sammohat smriti vibhramaha. Then he forgot the context, he forgot what was important. Smriti bramshad buddhi nashaha. Pavam fellow. It's all written here, slow motion, every step is recorded here. Buddhi nashat pranashyati. Complete ruin the fellow is gone to. And unfortunately, I am told he reads the Gita also. Didn't read this line. Didn't understand it. And after that, didn't you make a mistake? I didn't make any mistake. Airline made the mistake. Well, that's a point of view. It's a question of what stands. So, Shraddha, what do you hold? It's as simple as that. Right? So, you can talk in this. In Sri Aurobindo's words, wherever there is a dominating egoism in our acts, there our work becomes a rajasic sacrifice.